away! France have got the try! What a try for France!
Green was a striker, not a right winger.
Oh, Bruno! Oh, it's 4-2. Lewandowski's got a hat-trick too, and it's in! And RB Leipzig have scored! Oh, and he has as well! Oh, did he win it?
Hey, who? Not John. I don't think it's John. Oh, it's not Hayden. It's Seb.
32-30! Oh my god! Wow! Oh, take a bow. I'm standing up.
Hello there and welcome to Let's Talk Sport. We are here to watch along with AC Milan and Juventus tonight. So, big match for both. AC Milan currently 5 points off their rivals Inter, the top of the table, and Juventus are 7 points off AC Milan and looking to try and get into that top four. So, win for them would be important tonight. Got the starting lineups both on the side of the picture and looking forward to this one. It should be a really big game. I've given my prediction here, and I guessed because of AC Milan's rocky performances recently and their unpredictability against maybe the bigger sides that AC Milan would lose this one 2-0 to Juventus. Juventus look solid now. They haven't lost in the league since that defeat against Atalanta in the 14th round back in November. So I expect Juventus to get the job done here. And we're about a couple of minutes away from kickoff. So looking forward to this, and don't hesitate to get involved in the chat. Love to speak to you all, wherever you all are. So yeah, here we go. So Juventus have made a few changes to their lineup that they had against Sampdoria the other day. You know, Perrin was in goal the other night. Now it's Szczesny back in goal. De Silva keeps his place in the starting lineup. Rugani as well. Alexandra as well. So that defence has only got Danilo that's changed. Arthur is replaced this time by Bentancur. And Rabiot is taken out for McKennie, while Kulusevski is taken out with Dybala, and Morata still starts. For AC Milan, though, on the other hand, they lost the other night against... Let me get this up again. Spezia. Oh, and we've just kicked off. And there we go. Underway. So AC Milan still had similar players on as the other night. Maignan kept his place in goal. Florenzi is replaced by Calabria. Kalulu keeps his place. Romagnoli is taking the place of Gabbia tonight. Hernandez keeps his place after missing that penalty. And still no Kessia because he's in Africa for the Africa Cup of Nations. So they have Krunic and Tonali occupying those two midfield roles. And tonight's Messias, Diaz, Leao behind Ibrahimovic, which is a bit similar, except Selemakers was in place of Messias against Spezia. So not too many changes from their midweek fixture. And already Juventus are looking to attack, and Morata's in the box. Can he get a block away? I'm not sure if that goes out for a corner here. But Kalulu got a block on, yes. And so get in touch as per usual, don't hesitate. And instantly now in the second minute, Juventus have a corner. And I also put that my first goal scorer would be Dybala, so let's see if that does come to fruition. I decided to put a £5 wager on the exact score and Dybala getting the first. So let's see if this does happen. Dybala is starting tonight, as he did the other night. The corner comes in from Cuadrado. Maignan does well to get a tip over and gone out of danger for AC Milan. So, top scorer for AC Milan tonight, Ibrahimovic, is starting, who's got 8 goals and 2 assists, whereas Juventus is Dybala with 7 goals and 3 assists. See, they're nowhere near the top scorers for like Lazio, Immobile, or Fiorentina, Vlahovic, who've got 17 goals and 2 assists respectively. So, hey there, Jamie. It's got a little spanner beside your name. What is that all about? I think I'm going to change this angle. Let me just get this. So much more comfortable. So much more comfortable. How are we, Jamie? Let me just... Yeah. Make sure the volume was up. So instantly, Juventus, first corner in the match, Maignan has dealt with that really well. Tipped it away into a non-dangerous area. And as we speak, AC Milan have a throw in deep in their own half, and it's Hernandez who gets it to Romagnoli, who gets it away, and They'll look to break here. Calabria's got acres of space to run into. Can he really trouble Alexander Sando here? It's Krunic. Got ample time on the ball. Back to Diaz. Just hovering in front of that final third of Juventus. And now Calabria's claiming a penalty, and it looks like he might. That looks like an actual foul. He's given Juventus the free kick. I'm not sure what for. Instantly in the first half here, or the first few minutes, AC Milan have a penalty claim. So yeah, I think that was a penalty. Yeah, Sandro clips the back of Calabria here, and I don't know how he's not given that penalty. He's given a free kick to Juventus just on the corner of the box. I'm very shocked with that. I'm okay, thanks. What about you? I'm very well. I can't complain. I'm fresh. I'm relaxed. You know, I'm watching some Italian football again. Finally got the time, which is relieving. And did anyone watch any football today mainly? That's the main thing I want to know. Any other sports for that matter. So VAR has not overturned that decision. They've not reviewed it by the looks of it. And Juventus go back upfield, and Thiglu trying to get to Morata, but the layoff from Morata is giving it back to AC Milan, and the same now for Ibrahimovic, who's giving it back to Juventus. Now a very tight AC Milan midfield, making it difficult for Juventus to get through, and Krunic has conceded quite a cynical foul here on Dybala. He looks like he really swings at him here. Yeah, just near the centre circle. Chiellini on the ball now. Tries getting the ball through, high up in the air, but Calabria managed to get a head on it. Juventus still in possession. And so, both have important games coming. Oh, as I say that, Dybala is on the ball, trying to wriggle his way around through the box, but Tonali gets the final tackle in, and AC Milan can clear their lines. Now it's Ibrahimovic in possession. He's got space in the middle of the park. Can he find anyone? Poor pass. He tries to get it through there to Messias, and really poor ball from Ibrahimovic. Juventus back in possession. Morata coming deep, getting out to De Siglio. Hernandez not giving him a second to breathe. Decent 1-2 gets around him, and Juventus looking to get in a good position until Krunic intercepts. And now De Siglio concedes the foul on Tonali. So both have important games coming up. Juventus' next fixture is against Verona, who are a difficult side to predict. But you know, Verona, they surprised Juventus last time with their, was it 2-1 victory, and that man Simeone getting the 2 goals. So not an easy opponent, and AC Milan have the leaders Inter Milan, which is even more crucial given that AC Milan are trailing the leaders by 5 points after Inter managed just about get that victory against Venezia. Or Spezia, sorry. Sorry, no, Venezia, I was right first time. As we speak, Leao just skipping past the Siglio, and Locatelli doing well to block the cross. Yeah, so Burgoyne, how have you been? If you're present on the chat, I can see I haven't answered, and I'm crying now. I think Burgoyne comes into this to try and see if I'll respond to him here, because I haven't been that active on our group chat recently. Short corner, Tonali to Diaz, and back to Tonali. Can he get the ball in? Goes to the back post, and no one gets on the end of it, and it's out for a goal kick. Decent ball by Tonali, but needs to be attacked. Another corner for AC Milan. And been drawn back here from the referee to take again. Now you initially give it to Messias, and So it's Messias now. And a shot goes way over the bar. Poor from Liao. So it's always a great story, the one of Messias. I don't know if everyone's aware of how it went. That 2 years ago he was working on a construction site, and now has scored in the Champions League against Oblak, which is, I dare to say, the cliche or the cheesy cliche, the stuff of dreams. Stu Davis, Seb, Jew, with the top 5 starting to run away a bit. What do you think Roma should do with Mourinho? Okay, so what's a bad tackle from Locatelli on Tonali there. Yellow card for Locatelli already, and that looked bad. That might, don't think there's any intent, but it looks bad. And Locatelli, who was one card away from suspension, who will miss that tie against Verona. Yeah, it looks nasty, but I haven't got the right camera angle. Initially tripped by McKennie, but then Locatelli lunges in. Not too dangerously, but just lunges in. So he will be suspended for the next game against Verona. Responding to Stu Davis, with the top 5 starting to run away, but what do you think Roma should do with Mourinho? Okay, so Mourinho, they won today, very impressive against Empoli. 4 goals in the first half, won the game by half time. We shouldn't forget how much they've spent compared to every other team in Italy. This is not good enough, and he's starting to deploy the same tactics as he did at other clubs where it's not his fault, which I think is a bit weak. I've mentioned it to many in our group that I think he is an outdated manager, and I think his time has come. He's proven that he can't really adapt that well to the modern era of tactics. So I think Mourinho's time has come to an end, yeah. Given the amount that he spent, he should be doing better. It begs the question why they sacked Fonseca. Now, I know that a lot of Roma fans probably did want Fonseca out at the end. There was a bit of a sour relationship, but it doesn't seem to add up now that they've fired Fonseca, but they haven't brought in, dare I say, an adequate replacement in Mourinho. He failed at Tottenham. He failed at Manchester United before that. Where were they going with this? When the cross comes in, Romagnoli tries getting a header, but still deep into Juventus' half, and Dybala manages to draw a free kick from Diaz, and they're lucky there, Juventus. Yeah, a bit clumsy from Diaz there. Okay, so Burgoyne saying, how am I feeling about Tunisia? My Tunisia, which is, I was a part of an AFCON sweepstake and I got drawn Tunisia. I knew from the beginning that I couldn't win worst team because they weren't going to be the worst team. They've now qualified through to the next round and they're playing Nigeria as it stands. Half-time, 0-0. I'm not confident, but they'll get maybe Burkina Faso in the next round, which I think could be promising, and why not fancy their chances if they do go against Burkina Faso in the next round? But you've got to get through Nigeria first. Nigeria is no easy opponent, and after that they'll get either Senegal, Cape Verde, Mali or Equatorial Guinea, so they've got a decent road to the final if Tunisia want to win this, but I don't give them any chance whatsoever. Even if they go up against Senegal or Mali, I don't think they can possibly win. Against Burkina Faso, who knows? And then, obviously, if you're in the final, it's one game where anything could go your way. I'm not confident. It's all for the fun of the sweepstake. But yeah, there's my opinion on it. And Cuadrado in decent position here. Can he get a shot away? Yeah, it's just wide. Did well there, Cuadrado. Just skipped past AC Milan players. Took a shot on the left foot and dragged it wide. Got his left foot a bit too much around the ball. And Cuadrado, who was one of the goal scorers in midweek against Sampdoria. Midweek. Was it midweek? Or last weekend? It was Tuesday night, so yeah, midweek. Good, good. and giving the ball away cheaply there now by Juventus, and AC Milan look like they can break. Theo Hernandez to take on De Siglio. He goes for the ambitious of getting the ball around him. Nearly draws a corner from Mugani, but unfortunate for Theo Hernandez. Great bit of skill. With their transfers, I thought they'd be at least challenging for the title. You see, this is the thing, right? You'd think that Roma should be challenging for the title with, I mean, when they get in Mourinho, it's supposed to be a show of ambition, but I don't think it was that ambitious given that they got Mourinho in 2020 and not 2021, sorry, and not Mourinho in 2015. I think there's a big discrepancy there. Tonali is one of my favourite players, and he is fantastic. I think that any club would do well to get him. Milan did great business by getting him. You know, the first season was pretty terrible. They didn't agree on the transfer fee because it was an option to buy initially the loan from Brescia, and then they negotiated the lower fee given that he had a poor first season, and now he's well worth it. I mean, Benacer and Kessie have both been absent because of AFCON, but Nali is the main midfielder now in Milan. And obviously the other night they lose against Spezia where he was suspended. I wouldn't say it's a coincidence, but it does say something, right? Egypt have Côte d'Ivoire, and I'm scripting my end of GameStop for the group. Yeah, Burgoyne got drawn Egypt, so he got drawn France in our World Cup sweepstake, which I thought, no, and now he gets drawn Egypt. Come on. The sweepstake favoured Burgoyne. Sandro here trying to get a cross in, but Calabria's dealt with him well. Scrapping properly for that ball. And Milan back in possession quite comfortably. So yeah, 14 minutes in already, and 0-0 between these two teams, but it's been quite eventful to say it's 0-0 at the moment. I don't even think a shot on target has taken place. Calabria now. Got space to run down that wing. Gives it to Messias. Very little space to operate in. Krunic gets the cross in, but Rugani's dealt with that. Bit of a poor cross there to go to Ibrahimovic. You could see that Ibrahimovic was teeing up the volley. And why not go for the the spectacular? Ibrahimovic is a showman. So Ibrahimovic, who last scored against Venezia at the beginning of the year, and will be wanted to add to those goals, still being a key part to that AC Milan team. Probably one area they might look to improve in the summer. The Giroud transfers, it's not been the worst. He scored goals and important goals at certain moments, but if AC Milan want to be ambitious, is it really with Giroud and then aging Ibrahimovic up front that they're going to do that? Ibrahimovic is 40 now. They can't be competing in the Champions League and in the league with a 40-year-old. I just don't think it's feasible. So I think maybe this window or the summer they will be looking for a striker. The ball comes in here, defended by Juventus. Trying to get the ball back in, but Juventus are doing a very typical Allegri style of just getting the ball away at any cost. And while breaking away, Cuadrado has managed to win a free kick there from Diaz. I think this might be a yellow card and a caution for Diaz. I know he's saying it's the last time. A bit lucky there, tugging on the shirt. Probably should have been a yellow card. Now Sandro. Poor pass to McKennie there. And Juventus back at the halfway line. Bouncing ball for Dybala, and AC Milan back in possession, but not looking comfortable with a high Juventus press. Stu Davis saying fix. Yeah, it was a whole fix, our sweepstake with the Let's Talk Sports team. I'm disgusted. I am appalled. Everything in Burgoyne's favour, always. Oh, and the lovely flick from Dybala. Quadrado's tackled them by Romagnoli. Forceful tackle. Well played there from Romagnoli, but what a flick from Dybala. And this is the Dybala we want to see, you know, who's capable of so much. He nutmegs Theo Hernandez with a kind of inside back heel flip. It's beautiful. But then Romagnoli's having none of it and takes out Quadrado. Yeah, it's bouncing ball in the middle of the park here, and Chiellini's not helped it by clearing it really awfully, and AC Milan back in possession. Messias to Ibra, forward to Diaz. Wasn't into feet, so Juventus have regained possession too easily there. And Ibrahimovic again just giving away the ball cheaply with a poor forward pass. To Nali, to Calabria, Messias. Juventus just getting back into shape here. No extreme pressure. In a very organised 4-4-2. Romagnoli to Tonali. Out to Leao. He's got Hernandez coming in for support. Chops it back. No support up front. Three or so players. Leao looking to get in the box. A shot. Oh, what a save from Szczesny. Leao just taking a shot from outside the box. A brilliant one too. I think it was with Diaz. And forces a great save from Szczesny. And Szczesny, who has been criticised in the past, has probably been one of Juventus' best players this season. Absolutely pivotal. And Leao now trying to wriggle away from Bentancur. Gets out to Calabria, who's got space to cross it in. Floating cross goes to no one, and De Siglio can clear that. Dybala looks to break. But a poor ball from Bentancur halts Juventus from surging forward. Chiellini back to to Sandro, to McKennie, to Sandro. And AC Milan trying to apply a very high press every time that Juventus get near that middle of the park. Well, not a high press, it's a man-to-man pressing game. And it's forced the error from Chiellini, and it's a throw into AC Milan. Long ball from Magna, dealt with by Chiellini. Yeah, so a fascinating day in Serie A. So started off with Cagliari drawing 1-1 with Fiorentina. Red card there for Odriozola late on in the match, and also Biraghi missing that penalty earlier on, so in the 8th minute. So Fiorentina struggling again today with a 1-1 draw after hammering Genoa 6-0 in midweek. So their form is still struggling, Fiorentina, despite having a very exciting young team. And in another game, Napoli beat Salernitana 4-1, and another red card. That was for Vaselli this time. Spezia beating Sampdoria 1-0. Torino drawing 1-1 with Sassuolo, and like we mentioned before, Empoli 1, Roma 4. Roma getting those 4 goals in the first half and giving Mourinho maybe a bit of breathing space as there was pressure mounting on him. Still played a game more than Fiorentina, who are 2 points behind, so Fiorentina could skip ahead of them if they win that game in hand. Now Szczesny on the ball. Juventus players push back into their own final third. Calabria takes it off Dybala, but can't really get a ball forward properly, and it's getting scrappy in the middle of the park here. Seb, Tunisia have scored. Have they now? Yes. Yeah, I just want them to win so I can win that sweepstake. That's all that matters to me. Siglio's got space to run into. Can he break? Theo Hernandez breathing down his neck now. Great recovery from him. Bentancur. to Sandra to McKennie, and lobbed cross in is a poor one. Mannion deals with that easily. I think McKennie hesitated between the idea of crossing it, shooting, driven cross, and it ended up as neither. Now Calabria on the ball. It's a bit scrappy at the moment, this game. It's great dummy there from Diaz, but Leao can't get onto it quickly enough. Chiellini coming in to sweep the ball away, and great reading from him. Quadrado gets it to Locatelli. Tackled by Krunic, and Krunic can't do enough to keep it in play. I think it's hard to say who'd be more impressed with their first half here. Is it Juventus or AC Milan? I think AC Milan would be happy how they've pinned back Juventus at stages, but then they've also maybe conceded too many cheap chances and been poor on the ball sometimes. Dybala shot, and it goes way over the bar. Cuts in on his left foot there, and that's where you want Dybala, on that left foot, but ball goes way over in the end. Can't curl enough back down to the top corner. Yeah, gets too much power on it and doesn't swerve it enough. Scrappy here, and Quadrado is claiming a foul, but AC Milan break away with the ball. Messias gets out wide to Diaz. Tonali got space in front of that Juventus midfield. Back to Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic occupying a more 10 role. He's definitely a lot deeper than what we're used to. He's going to seem like take a shot here. No. I'll show you Spanner when I next see you, Jamie Bottlejob. I don't know what the Spanner means. And again, Ibrahimovic's ball forward is lost. His 10 roll is not doing him any well. He's losing the ball constantly, and the through balls are poor all the time. Say that, and Juventus have just lost the ball in transition, and ball from Quadrado there to Dybala just goes out of play too easily and thrown to AC Milan. Yeah, now AC Milan back in possession with Manuel. And it looks like Ibrahimovic did call to Pioli before, saying that he was maybe injured, and Giroud is warming up as we speak. Still running around Ibrahimovic. Doesn't seem too problematic. Ibrahimovic just gets caught sleeping a bit with Bentancur. And Morata is now pulled up for the foul. Bit of a weird one, some of these that are going against and for Juventus, these fouls. I think the referee's having his best night at the moment. Mania to boot it upfield. Now Teo Hernandez pulls it back to Ibrahimovic, who's occupying that centre midfield role. To Krunic, back to Ibrahimovic. Just looking for a ball forward, but there is no possible ball to be played. And while I think Ibrahimovic is waiting to be withdrawn from the match, they're just sticking two up top with Messias and Diaz. Diaz, who's occupied that 9 role the whole way through for the moment. And now the ball is to be kicked out of play for... I think the substitution to take place. Yes, Ibrahimovic is going off. So, unfortunate for the Swede. It will be Giroud who takes his place. It's unfortunate to see that. So AC Milan's first substitute comes in the 28th minute, and it's Ibrahimovic, that man, who's come off. And if it weren't bad enough for AC Milan, who have their fair share of injuries as it stands, well, you've got Balottori and Kessie are on international duty, but Kier with that severe injury, Pellegrini, Pizzari and Tamori all injured. It's piling up during this congested period fixture. Now Kalulu just running upfield with the ball. So the votes in the poll are 62% of you think that AC Milan will win, 8% think draw, and 31% think Juventus will win. I thought Juventus would win, and I still think they could. I think AC Milan might fade away in this match, as they have a tendency to do in certain matches. Just lower in intensity, and Juventus can be a relentless machine under Allegri, but not the same as we saw in 2015. Dybala gets it forward to Morata, and he looks offside here, but they're going to let it play on. Great tackle from Romagnoli. But the offside has been called. So Romagnoli does well to recover there. Morata just proving to be... he's clearly offside. Just a bit too unaware, and then when he does get in behind, he's got no speed or conviction in the way he's running towards goal. He doesn't seem convinced that he's going to score. So poor from him. Messias, the number 30, fouled by Bentancur, the number 30, and he hasn't given it. Okay, seemed like a very clear shove on the back. So clearly when Diaz tackles Locatelli there, he's not going to give that one either. Messias trying to get onto his left foot, gets it to Glabry, who's in decent position. Shot away. Oh. Unfortunate there, unlucky. Calabria, who's been a danger for Juventus the whole match. Sandro, well, I say Sandro not only had to deal with him, but Calabria gets into a decent position in the centre there. A more central position. And that is not far over. That really is not far over. Cuadrado, it's Dybala. And you can see the relationship with Cuadrado and Dybala is a really good one. They love playing with each other. It just flicks 1-2s constantly between those two. Now Tonali gets it out to Kalulu. I think Juventus are struggling to deal with the way Calabria can move upfield a bit more. Messi is in a decent position on the byline here. Can he get a cross in? Oh, Giroud doesn't get a touch on the ball. It's a decent cross into Giroud's feet, but probably a bit too powerful. Hernandez takes the shot, and Cuadrado has touched it, gone out of play for an AC Milan corner, and AC Milan look like the most dangerous team at the moment. But that Calabria shot, he cuts in onto his left foot, his unpreferred left foot, and really good shot, so close to going into the top corner. Juventus look troubled. This conventional 4-2-3-1 from AC Milan is pulling Juventus in different positions that their wide players don't really know how to deal with. Cross comes in, doesn't get past the near post. A shot here from... decent shot in the end from, I think that might have been Calabria again. From way far out, he just half volleys that, and that just goes over as well. It seemed like he didn't have the balance to shoot for that, but he just goes over. What happened to Ibra? It looks like an injury. I think it's a muscle injury. But then he stayed on for a few more minutes and played, so I don't think it's... I think it's a muscle injury, and now I'm contradicting myself. I don't know, it's some sort of knock. I can't really say. But he's been taken off for Giroud. Kalulu trying to make Morata give away the ball, and Diaz has just pinched it off him. Giving it to Tonali. To Theo Hernandez in that central role. Tonali gets out to Messias. Out to Leao on the left hand side. Can Leao find anyone who's keeping hold of the ball to Tonali? Great through ball. Well defended by Rigani. And Rigani's done well this match to get his foot on the ball. Oh. AC Milan get the ball back really quickly, and Chiellini looked to concede the foul on Giroud. He does. Yeah, and he just about clips him there, killing without taking any of the ball. Well played by Giroud, but I think he gets a bit lucky with that touch. So now I wonder who's going to take this one. Giroud? Seems an odd choice to take the free kick when you've got the likes of Diaz and Calabria, but we'll see what he does. It's a decent position, maybe a bit too close to curl it over the wall. You're going to have to do something special here to beat Szczesny. Trying to take this on his left foot. Decent position for a left footed taker. Goes low, hits the wall, and AC Milan get a corner. Tonali takes it quickly to Leao. Gets it on his left foot, floating in. Szczesny looks like he's going to claim it. He does. The ball was floating for too long in the air and it made it easy for the goalkeeper. But very well dealt with by Szczesny. Quadrado wriggles past a few players, gets to the bar though. And Juventus just calmly in possession now into AC Milan's half. And a free kick for Sandro from the Messi's tackle. Seb, it's 2023. Après-ski is in full swing. What's your beverage of choice? It's 21-23, so get it right, Burgoyne. Depends. If they do mulled wine, it's a great choice for pre-drinking. Then afterwards, you just got to go for the beers. That's usually what the après-ski is about. It's about beer. It's about beer, my man. Getting season-air prices. That's what you've got to do. You've got to get the beer. Oh, McKennie's done well to get the byline here. Pulls it back for Bentancur. Morata, Locatelli, well over. That shot is well over. He leans back. They are just poor there, giving the ball away cheaply. But there is a free kick, okay. Rigani's conceded this one. I don't see what happened there. I think the tug on Giroud. Don't know. And AC Milan just in possession here. I think it's a bit more convincing from the Milan side. He probably should have had a penalty in the beginning. I'm surprised VAR never checked that, so someone's going to have to explain that to me. And they probably had the better chances. I wouldn't say anyone's had clear-cut ones. Maybe that Leao chance that forced a good save out of Szczesny and earlier on in the half. See, Stu gets it. Mulled wine is a great pre-drink. Locatelli struggling here in midfield, and Tonali nearly gets that ball off him, but Juventus just about keep it. AC Milan are getting tighter to their men, more so in the end of this first half. Morata trying to wriggle and turn, gets past Krunic, the ball through to McKennie is a bad one, and Menyon can take that. Now it's Romagnoli on the ball, and he's been excellent when called upon in this match. Last tackles. Nandez on the ball. Just gets past Quadrado, but Leao struggles to keep the ball in control, and he's got it back. Okay. Leao. Great tackle by Rugani. And I think Rugani's been exemplary in this match as well. He's been really good. McKennie. Out to Sandro. And back to Chiellini. What's your choice of shot? I don't drink shots, so it's hard to say. I hate pretty much every shot that exists. I've never liked one. What's yours, Stu? And back to Chesney. No real pressure now on the goalkeeper. De Siglio. Track back from Leao, and Juventus still keep the ball though. Bentancur to Sandro. Poor ball in. Krunic manages to clear it, but it's only just about above his penalty area, and Juventus managed to keep the ball from the eventual clearance. Chiellini. Great 1-2 there. Advantage is played from a foul on Sandro. AC Milan regained possession, but the advantage is already gone. And Romagnoli puts the ball out of play with a really poor clearance. Didn't need to do that. He could have taken his time. And Cuadrado looking to drive at the AC Milan back line. McKennie gets it across to Sandro with a really nice pass. Can the cross come in? Morata comes towards the near post and the ball goes towards the penalty area, so no one can get on the end of it. Mannion deals with it. Oh, nice from Diaz to take away Basilio. Trying to run down that wing now, but Basilio recovers well. Leao trying to take on Bentancur and De Siglio. Unsuccessful there. Dybala in his own half. Gets to Bentancur, and Bentancur can break away here if he finds the right pass. No, he doesn't. Then again, this is Allegri's Juventus. They're not going to break away at every chance. Tequila for me. Need the salt and lime though. Oh, I can't do that. I really dislike tequila. No. Bentancur on the ball. Gets it across field to Sandro. Got Messi staying tight to him. Gets to Dybala. Can he wriggle away? Poor control. Calabria deals with it. Clears it upfield. And Giroud takes it down well. And it's 4 against 4 here. AC Milan can play the right pass. Messias. Got no real options in the box. And Bentancur intercepts that little pass to Giroud. It was lazy from both the players there. Now foul's been given to Juventus for Messias' tackle on Chiellini here. Yeah, it's not been an outstanding performance in this match so far, but decent game for 0-0 and very few shots on target. And Chiellini stay down under this tackle. And he's just receiving treatment for that tackle from Messias there. It is a nasty one. Doesn't look like a leg breaker. A bit reckless. And Messias has received the yellow card for that, so that's AC Milan's second of the game after Leao. As it stands, the ball possession is about 50% each. A lot more attempts from AC Milan, 8 to Juventus' 3. One of AC Milan's was on target, none of Juventus's was. And Shez needs to take the free kick. Long upfield. Difficult for McKennie to take care of. Calabria lets it go out for a throw-in. Iwobi is off for Nigeria. Is that a good thing, Burgoyne? Because I don't really rate Iwobi. I always think that he is the worst crosser of a ball I've ever seen. So perfect for Everton. Like the Mikhailenko, the new left back, who I don't really know what Everton saw in him, but that's probably got to be one of the worst Premier League debuts I've ever seen. Oh, Krunic does well to get away there. Out wide to Diaz. He's got Hernandez overlapping him. Juventus staying very disciplined defensively here. Hernandez. To Krunic. And back to Tonali, and Milan are forced to take this back near the halfway line. Oh, good ball forward from Krunic to break the lines. Leal now out wide. Oh, he's about to get past De Siglio, but the cross is blocked by Regani in the end. Leao again. Oh, just skipping past Dybala really well, and it's Locatelli this time who clears the ball. Oh, you mean Nigeria down to 10 men? Oh my god. Giroud just dealing with the ball in the box there. Leao trying to keep it. Hernandez. Out to Diaz. Juventus not letting him 1 second to shoot. Diaz doing well to wriggle past all the Juventus players. Out to Calabria. Giroud trying to get a header, but Juventus defend it well. And Leao still trying to get across him, but Dybala's been persistent on trying to close him down. Tonali. And Tonali takes it out of play. And just showing some really good dribblers in this AC Milan team. Now 2 minutes of added time in this first half. Morata's just fouling Tonali there. Could be a dangerous position if they get the cross right from this free kick. Looks like it's going to be Hernandez to take this one. Pretty poor ball in the end. Milan desperately trying to just get it back into the box however way they can. Leao flicking it to Giroud. Regani again there. I think Regani's been excellent in this first half. Dybala looking to break. Pulled back by Tonali, but he's staying up Dybala. Locatelli had one pass to play to McKennie there, and it just went back to Theo Hernandez. Again, the final ball has been really bad from both teams, so disappointing. And the half-time whistle has gone. So, yeah, 0-0 at the break between these two teams. Really important match. If it stays as it is now, AC Milan just go level on points with Napoli with the same amount of games played, 49 from 23 games, and Juventus would have 42 from 23 games, so less than 2 points a game on average for Juventus throughout the whole season. Poor season for them, but they could still get top four. If they win tonight, they leapfrog Atalanta, having played a game more, and that would be crucial for their top four push. So let's just go over a few stats then. And let me just get this up properly. Bear with me a second. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, 0-0 between those teams right now. If we look at these ratings that are given, it says that AC Milan's best player was probably Tonali. Hard to disagree, he was good, but I liked the way Calabria played. And yes, the two wingers have been disappointing, both on yellow cards. For me, probably the best player, Dybala, no wonder he's got 7. He's been a bright spark when he's been physically strong, good dribbling, good little layoffs as well. Morata's been very disappointing. Offside without being aware. He had a great chance in the first half that Romagnoli did get back on time for and tackled, but then it was seen afterwards that he was offside. Regani's been the one that's impressed for me. Chiellini's looked shaky at times. Tackles have been a bit late. Regani, on the other hand, has been intercepting those balls and dealing with all the crosses immensely. So we go over a few stats then. 52% possession to AC Milan. Okay, there's not much in it. Total shots, though, AC Milan have 8 to Juventus 3. And yeah, none of them were really clear-cut chances. Only one of them on target for AC Milan, none for Juventus. If I'm not wrong in saying, I think all of Juventus' shots came outside the box, except that one by Dybala, but it wasn't far from being outside the box. And off target, the same amount for both teams, about 3, whereas you could get an idea of the game that AC Milan have had more blocked shots than shots off target. So Juventus just really tight at the back, compact, not really letting anyone get in. I mean, Ibrahimovic dropped back to try and create more. He did it quite badly, if I dare say. And then Giroud had a tough time trying to be that pivot point up front. Diaz did okay to create more chances, but basically Juventus have kept a very tight block and tried getting on the break most of the time. And the fouls, 12 to AC Milan and 11 to Juventus, so you can imagine it's been a physical game so far, and the referee could have given a lot more, but it's been a bit lenient at some points. And yeah, the passes, AC Milan have more accurate passes, but Juventus have more long balls. Makes sense. Juventus have just a bit more hoofed the ball upfield, and AC Milan have lost the ball more than Juventus. They've both been pretty poor in possession with really poor passing at points, especially when it gets those transitions. So Jules won 33 each. Okay, aerials, Juventus more. Juventus have been dominant, and yeah, especially defensively. So yeah, that has been what it's like so far in the first half. Gonna take a break, so don't go anywhere, and we'll be back for the second half. See you then. So we're back for the second half, and players just come out from the tunnel now, and I think some things might be changing in this match because one team has to do something to win. They both, I'd say they both desperately need the win. You know, a draw doesn't do anything for AC Milan's title hopes, and a draw doesn't do a lot for Juventus either. It just keeps them in the fifth spot. They are well ahead of Roma no matter what. Well ahead. They are. If they draw tonight, they are 4 points ahead of Roma. If it's 3 or 4, that doesn't really make a difference. They want to be closing that gap on Atalanta or surpassing them even. So yeah, the second half is just about to get underway. And oh, you got Greg Livingston. How are you doing, mate? I'm good, and you, Greg? How are you? It's been a long time. And Kirsty Stanton saying hi. Hello there, Kirsty. How are you all? Are we watching football, sports, tennis? What are you doing? Get in touch. Tell me anything. Ask me anything, sports related or not. And the second half is underway, and AC Milan instantly going into Juventus' half. Really good. Seems like they might go at them. There are ways that both these teams could change their game plan. I guess maybe Leao and Messias could act as more inverted wingers to try and open up that space out wide for Calabria and Theo Hernandez, which would be interesting to see because De Siglio and Sandro look like they're there to be exploited. It's just that the two centre-backs have been solid enough to keep AC Milan quiet, so you have inverted wingers. Maybe you offer more options in the box and rely on the fullbacks to create those chances. Whereas Juventus, I think it'd be quite simple. If you just push higher up, you might limit AC Milan from how they can actually hurt you, which is maybe dribbling and shit like that. That's like though I dare say. Jamie's saying Seb 1-0 to Tunisia. Yeah, I'm happy. They're through. They're through, my boys. Gonna win the sweepstake. Gonna win it. I've been busy with work, says Greg. Working on a Sunday, Greg. And Sandro just outside the box now, up against Calabria. Can't get past him. So it goes back out to Quadrado, who's popped up on that left-hand side. Now Chiellini looking to drive through that AC Milan midfield. AC Milan midfield. Don't remember what I said. Sandro. And Milan trying to stay disciplined here in a decent position. Wanted to see if Juventus can actually get a decent ball from Locatelli. Dybala looked to have handled it in the box then. The control was poor though, with AC Milan managed to clear their lines. Quadrado now. Tonali not giving you any space. Locatelli. And at the moment it seems like no half-time changes have been made, so maybe they'll stick to their system, believing that it will pay dividends sometime soon. So you can see on the sideline Kulusevski warming up, and that is one of the obvious ones you can see happening. Kulusevski coming on. Chiellini to head it forward. Ends up going out of play for a AC Milan throw-in. Disappointing so far, but one goal is enough in this match. I want 2 so I can be right on my prediction, but that's not what's important here. Quadrado giving the ball away cheaply there. Leao beating De Siglio really well. And it's Bentancur who tracks back really well. Leao just showing some of that skill that he possesses. Automatically you can see that Juventus are higher up the pitch in the second half. Poor ball from Bentancur goes to Calabria. And if they push up higher, then yeah, they might expose themselves a bit more, but they'll definitely be putting AC Milan's back up against the wall. Just trying to force chances. Yeah, forward to Calabria. Cheap. Oh no, the ref looked like he was going to whistle that foul from Leao. Poor from Giroud. Poor touch, and he just about keeps the ball, but nearly lost it. Diaz on the right hand side. Sandro trying to keep with him. Diaz wants to get on that left foot. Gets it to Calabria. Now to Hernandez. Cross goes to no one. Sandro deals with it. too easy. They're just putting balls in the box without really aiming for him. Krunic just got space here. Ball into Giroud. Decent control. Pass back is poor, and Bentancur intercepts. Giroud has been terrible. I'll say it now. He's been absolutely terrible. Cuadrado sees Bentancur coming. Dybala outside the box, left foot. Romagnoli takes a whack in the leg from the ball there, and Milan look to break. Diaz skips past Chiellini. Can't get past Bentancur. Bentancur's been pretty solid in the second half so far. Morata now on the ball. Gets out the Siglio. Cross comes in. Morata gets the header. No. Header's wide. Gets up well there, Morata. Just can't get the right angle on the header. Yeah. Morata is actually finding himself alone in the 16-yard box there, so could probably do better with that header. He just can't get face onto the ball properly. And now he's just got a knock there. Now if he gets injured, that will be a big worry. Benacer is back on the bench after international duty with Algeria, them crashing out in the group stages of AFCON. So they'll be happy to bring him on if Tonali does get injured. Messias now. Ball bouncing around. The pitch looks in terrible condition. Back to Szczesny. Cuadrado to Locatelli. And maybe that's where this match will be won, if it's the battle in midfield with either Locatelli, Bentancur and Tonali and Krunic. And to be fair, they've probably been the four best players on the pitch for the second half, or the match even. Messias turns well, gets past Chiellini, but Rugani is there to intercept. Great turn by Messias there. Well, Juventus regain possession. It's Szczesny on the ball. To Chiellini. Back to Szczesny. Yeah, Wojciech Szczesny, 195 caps for Juventus. Big feet for a goalkeeper, big shoes to fill, our gloves to fill for Szczesny there. Having a decent season, made some crucial saves and saved some penalties as well. Fernandes now on the ball. To Tonali. Gets it across field, luckily no one's there except for Calabria, and manages to keep the ball. Cross from Calabria. Giroud tries taking it on the chest, but the control goes back to De Siglio. Quite easy to deal with there. Locatelli gets it forward. Morata dropping into that 10 position. Rolls it back for Cuadrado. He wasn't expecting that. No. Rugani to Chiellini, back to Rugani. They don't have many options breaking through that line. When AC Milan get high up the pitch, there's like Giroud pressing that last defender, and then a wall of four that is created. Krunic just sitting in behind that, almost to cut off anything that comes through, but that four-man wall behind Giroud is making it difficult for Juventus to get forward properly. Decent through ball there from Chiellini. Goes right to the corner flag. Sandro gets the ball in, and Magnan catches that. He deals with that well, Magnan. And now puts the ball upfield. Goes to Sandro. No AC Milan players around him. Bad clearance from the goalkeeper. Didn't even travel that far. Poor ball in from Quadrado and he's dealt with by AC Milan. Tonali draws a foul from Quadrado and that's a clear yellow card even. He pulls his arm down to try and stop him from going forward. And apparently no yellow card for Quadrado, which is surprising to say the least. Quadrado being one of Juventus' top scorers this season. Dybala with 7, Morata with 5, but then Quadrado there with 4. Starting to become a key player for Juventus again, like he used to be. Kalulu. Upfield there, Messi does well to get ahead of Sandro. And Giroud managed to keep it. Messi can run down this right hand side now. He's got Sandro following him. Just skips past Chiellini, but Bentancur is there and gets the ball off him really well. And Bentancur is having a flawless second half. Giroud. And the furthest player forward now is Romagnoli. Leao to shoot. That's tame. Goes right to the legs of Szczesny and no real power on that. Takes the shot though. So the action all started from when it could have been a free kick given for Dybala, but the ref decided to play on. Magno in possession to Tonali. Juventus' high press is deemed useless on this occasion. AC Milan play out with ease. There's a big discrepancy between the front two who are pressing for Juventus quite high and then the midfield who are just sitting in behind that defence. It doesn't seem really useful. It just makes it easier for Milan to get upfield. If they're going to play a high press, everyone needs to go. Tonali now. Out to Calabria. Trying to get a cross with his left foot. Decent cross. Oh, Giroud. Finds himself alone on the back post, but then heads it back from goal. It looks like he gets in a decent position, but he's just stretching for that. I thought he could do a lot better. He tried maybe an ambitious bicycle kick with his right foot. It would have gone goal bound. Giroud has been awful since coming on. Morata now. Dybala. Well dealt with by Kalulu there. Not letting Dybala turn onto his left foot. Morata. Locatelli. Chiellini. This is becoming a bit more end-to-end, this match. Morata. No support around him except going backwards. It's no surprise he doesn't get on the score sheet that much when the support is just not that deep into the opponent's half. Quadrado trying to find his way around Hernandez. Tame ball to McKennie. Sandro tries getting onto his left foot. Poor control. Dybala out on the left. Bentancur. And he goes back to Chiellini. Back to Regani. Now it's Chiellini again. Bentancur finds himself on the left with some space. Sandro to Dybala. And Quadrado, a floating ball in, dealt with by Romagnoli. And it looked like there could have been a trip in the penalty box there for Juventus. Nothing given. Locatelli. And it's Bentancur who loses it this time. Poor first touch. AC Milan look to try and break away. Messias to Giroud. And a poor ball from Giroud there. It's too heavy there for Leao. Desilio just about gets to it. Leao fought for that hard enough. I'll say this now, I think it's a really terrible match from Giroud. Leao tries turning Bentancur, or Locatelli, sorry. Dealt with by the Italian with ease. Cuadrado trying to get the better of Hernandez. Looked like he shoved him down with his arm, but no foul given. Hernandez still on the ball. Gets it out wide to Leao. He's coming in onto his right foot. Doesn't find the space to Krunic now. Shows Bentancur the dummy, but it's Locatelli who blocks the shot. And Hernandez concedes the foul, shoving Cuadrado in the back. Yeah. I think Hernandez has to be careful. I mean, if he picks up a yellow card, he's suspended for the game against Inter Milan, which is probably more important than this one. But just going back to that penalty decision, or the one that Juventus were claiming, Messias kicks Alvaro Morata in the back of the leg, and nothing's given, which I don't really understand. So Messias comes off, and Diaz, unfortunately enough for Salamakers and Benacer. So maybe the system doesn't change, but they put 3 in midfield. Maybe a bit of a variation there. I think Giroud needs the most help possible because he is isolated there and he's having a terrible game. Long ball to Giroud and he can't get to it. A bit too high, and Juventus are back in possession. So Benacer has come on after his, disappointing AFCON, with Algeria going out in the group stage with only 1.1 goals scored. But it looks like already Benacer is dropping into that position, and it is Krunic who is playing in behind Giroud, so the system's probably staying the same. Greg Livingston, thoughts some Christian Eriksen deal going to Brentford, finalising the deal. Now, I don't know what the news is officially, but apparently they're interested in Christian Eriksen, and Eriksen can't play for Inter Milan because he has a pacemaker. So he will be leaving Inter Milan and leaving Serie A for that matter. Whether he comes back to the Premier League, I don't know yet. If it could be done, then great. It'd be great to see him because I think it's a great story for anyone. You know, a guy who's had a cardiac arrest and can play professional football again. It's brilliant. Benacer getting a wide field. To Teo Hernandez, and Cuadrado looked to have kicked Hernandez in the face, but he's just running on. Great run here, and he shoots into the palms of Chesney there. Great run, but you'd be expecting Chesney to save that all day long. Okay, so the boot of Cuadrado does not meet the face of Hernandez, but he does get his foot high. And upfield from Juventus, Romagnoli deals with it relatively easily. Brings it back to Magnan. Juventus seem to still be playing that 2 up front, and this is allowing AC Milan to transition in their own half. They may struggle a bit more when they get into Juventus' half, but it's given them momentum, which is probably not a good thing for Juventus. They're defending reasonably well, but now AC Milan are starting to get more clear-cut chances. So it might be something to look out for. If Morata and Dybala drop and they decide to actually defend, it might be more beneficiary if Juventus are looking for the draw. Sandro taking out Benacer, but Krunic is just there to make it difficult for Sandro. Wants a foul, Sandro, but there's nothing really there from Krunic. Calabria on the ball. Kalulu. Calabria. Now McKenny and Murata are players that are trying to apply this high pressure. Making it a bit awkward for AC Milan, but you do feel they could get out of this quite easily. Upfield. Just a bit too wide for Salamakers there. And a substitution will take place here. It is Arthur Mello who's coming on, and Benedeschi. But in place of who? Oh, so it's Quadrado coming off. And Locatelli. Okay. Locatelli's been not that imposing in this match, but I don't think he's been particularly bad. Whereas Quadrado definitely has had one of more of his frustrating evenings. So yeah, now thrown to Juventus. Dybala looked offside when the ball was played to him now. Out to Benedeschi. Unsuccessful with the dribble and gets it out of play. And the camera keeps panning to Rebic, which I think this match probably does need someone who's very direct like that and will draw the defender towards him and create that space for Giroud. Now I can't say that if Rebic is particularly great playing up front with Giroud, but this match needs it. This match seems like it needs it now, so we'll see. He's played very little recently after recovering from injury. Only played 7 minutes in that defeat against Spezia. Sandro. Chiellini out to Arthur. And rumours that Arthur will be maybe going to Arsenal on loan, so that could be interesting to watch out for. Dybala twisting a turn around Hernandez. And the ball is lost again. So Greg saying, how did Nigeria get a man sent off? Now, I don't know, I didn't see the match, so it just seems like there was a really horrible tackle from Alex Iwobi and he got a straight red. That's all I can say. Anything more than that, I really can't give any information. I did not watch it, so probably the wrong person to ask. If anyone can enlighten me, then please do so. Sandro looking to get forward here. Poor ball. Benedeschi dealt with easily by Kulu. I must admit, I had my doubts about Kulu, but he has had a very decent match so far, so you can't complain on that front. McKenny looking to get past Tonali. Dybala gets it cross box. Oh. Benedeschi gets a header at the far post. It looks like it comes off Calabria. But a goal kick has been given. Oh yeah, okay. Comes off Benedeschi. AC Milan playing in their own box, and Murata is the only one who's coming to press them. Nice flick from Giroud for once. Leao looks to break. The pass is too heavy to the side, and Salamaker's his momentum is drifted to the side now, and AC Milan just simply in possession rather than having that momentum going forward. Benacer gets out wide to Salamakers. This could be a decent chance for AC Milan. Oh, good header from Giroud. Oh. Finally, a decent cross from AC Milan, which is Salamakers there. And Giroud gets a very good header on it. It's perfect onto his head. And Giroud finally is being clever enough to take one of the fullbacks rather than the centre-backs and impose some sort of aerial dominance. unfortunate there, and Chesney deals with it, no problem. Hernandez gets it out wide now. The cross is blocked there. McKennie does well. I think McKennie's gone to right back, in a right wing back position in this match. He's been very, very deep. I say that, but De Siglio is still on the pitch, so it's hard to tell. Hernandez, he's just easily coming through that defence now. No one challenging him except for Bentancur. And Bentancur concedes the free kick on Hernandez. So it's one of those very difficult predicaments. It seems like Hernandez is pushing his luck for a card, and he'll be suspended for Inter Milan if he does get one. But then if he gets a yellow card in the next match, then he'll just miss the Coppa Italia match versus Lazio. So when is it that he takes the hit, basically? And he's been excellent today, and usually is, so it'll be a big miss for them. And he looks to deliver the free kick now from out left. The free kick that he won for the team. Seems like it's a bit far. Drew struggles to beat Sandro to get the header in, and goes out wide to Salamakers. Oh, he runs Bernardeschi onto the floor, and decent cross in, but it's Chiellini who gets it away. Not far enough though. AC Milan still have a chance here. Unfortunate free kick to concede there. Touches Benasser's arm, and Juventus purposely kicked it against his arm. That's quite clear. Chesney now on the ball. So 71 minutes and still 0-0 here in this big tie. Calabria on the ball now, trying to get it into midfield, but Dybala's there to intercept. It's getting really scrappy in the middle of that park. Ooh. Chiellini cuts right across Giroud, doesn't get the ball, but the referee doesn't want to give a free kick. Someone looking to break. And it's dealt with easily by Juventus. Oh, missed kick there from Sandro, and I'm surprised he's given a free kick for that. It looks like Sandro's own doing there. Yeah, the foul was given against Salamakers, but I'm not sure the Belgian player touches him. So it's Morata who comes off from Moise Keane. Interesting sub there. And again, a really disappointing afternoon for Morata. He's trying to prove critics wrong. He's really going about it the wrong way. Now, Arthur Bentancur to Chiellini, and he boots it upfield. Very symptomatic of this Juventus team to find the easy route out, which is to boot it forward. So the two people in our thumbnail, Ibrahimovic and Morata have come off the pitch. So 74 minutes in, and these two big names are both off now. Ibra because of injury, but Morata was poor this afternoon. I was saying that now, this evening, we'll go for this evening. Krunic now to Benacer. And Krunic has pushed a bit forward more. He's trying to have this more free half 10 roll. Drew trying to get on the end of the ball, and Chiellini makes it difficult. He's really off balance there, Drew. Ends up putting the ball way over the bar. He's not winning this physical battle as it stands, Drew. Not at all. And is it Romagnoli coming? This seems strange. Romagnoli's coming towards the sideline. Okay, so Calabria and Leao are the ones coming off. Rebic and Florenzi. Not sure what I think about that, but I think Calabria was pretty good in the first half. Quieter in the second, but Leao coming off. That's disappointing. It's very disappointing there from Pioli. I did say that Rebic needed to come on, but I think it was maybe for a different player and not for a like for like. Okay. Now Salamakers is in the box. He's managed to rig around the Sigler. Cross it. The shot is way over. It's way over. He could have done much better with that. Get the ball in the box, you know. There are options. Does really well to get past. Firstly, to turn around from Benedeschi and nutmeg the Siglio. No support in the box, but you know, you can put it into a dangerous position in front of the goalkeeper, and he fails to do so. Yeah, so not really much going on in the match at the moment. I can't even think of any clear-cut chances in the second half. I think there have been half chances maybe from AC Milan, and Juventus haven't really created anything. Keane now gets away from Tonali, but really aggressive in the middle of that park. A foul there on Benacer by the looks of it, from Bentancur, and Bentancur's maybe a bit quieter as well now in this second half of the second half. To Kalulu. To Romagnoli. Benedeschi trying to press there on Teo Hernandez, and Juventus are applying pressure higher up slowly, and now they're getting midfielders into those more pressing positions. Magnan on the ball. Benedeschi on the ball. Giroud failing to win that aerial duel. Chiellini to Arthur. I'm saying Arthur and not Arthur, but you get what I mean. Arthur to Dybala, and Dybala, who's had a quiet second half as well. Good 1-2 there with McKennie. And Giroud doing well to get back there and challenge McKennie, but McKennie wins it off Romagnoli straight away. Sandro. To Chiellini. Bentancur, and Juventus having a decent spell of possession here. And poor pass from Arthur puts Bentancur in a difficult situation. AC Milan are breaking here with Giroud. Oh, terrible pass out to Rebic. Gets it behind him. Can Rebic cross it in now? It's Rugani who deals with it. Does really well there. ball long, and Romagnoli battling it out now with Keane. Artur. Bernardeschi finds himself in ample amount of space out wide. Looking to run at Hernandez. Ball comes in, Keane leaves it, but it's Florenzi who deals with it in the end. And Giroud's up top, but not really got anyone to deal with it. Oh, it's offside. Okay. He has been infuriating in this match. Absolutely infuriating. And Kalulu and Keane just battling out here, and either a corner to Juventus or a free kick to AC Milan. Seems to be a free kick to AC Milan. Have Juventus signed Locatelli in a permanent deal, or is he still on loan? So it is a permanent deal. From my understanding, it's a transfer. There's no loan into it, so I could be wrong, but I understood there was a transfer. And it's a really good signing. He's a really good midfielder, but today has not been exactly his day. There have been better days. Bernardeschi doing well to keep the ball there. So 80 minutes, and I don't think it looks like anyone is going to score for the moment being, so getting ready for a 0-0. Ball goes back to Szczesny, and he clears that really awkwardly. Krunic now to Rebic. Decent tackle from Bernardeschi. Make sure the cross is unsuccessful from Rebic. Still on the ball though. Krunic. Hernandez. To Romagnoli. Great pass in there to Salamikas. Salamikas is fortunate to keep it there with his pass to Rebic. Salamikas. 1-2. Krunic just lays it back off to him in an awkward way. And a free kick has been conceded. Sorry for that technical interruption there. Yeah, 82 minutes, and still 0-0 here at San Siro. And not a classic of a game, but it's not been the worst 0-0 I've seen. Sandro looking to get down the wing now. Just halting as Benacer gets back. Artur. Dripples deck saying, I hope someone scores. Well, if Dybala scores and then Juventus win 2-0, I win this prediction, so that'd be great for me. Just for my sense of pride, obviously. Ball comes in now for Juventus. Keane trying to keep it in, struggling to. Kalulu does really well to keep him away from goal. Artur just outside the box now. Shot comes in, way off target. Looking to curl it. Goes way wide, goes way over. Now Juventus are probably more dominant in possession at this period in time. It's Sandro. Giroud chasing him down. Sandro's still just bobbling. To Dybala. Bentancur. Out to Bernardeschi. The ball doesn't get through to Hernandez there. Rebic. Closed down by De Siglio. Bentancur. Well, coming up to that fateful 85th minute where we have to start thinking about who would be maybe a man of the match. Hard to say. Sandro getting the cross in. McKennie goes for it. Looks like he goes out for a corner, but he's given a goal kick. So who could we say has been good in this match? I think Hernandez has been bright. Ramagnoli. Hard to say all the AC Milan players because there's been so many inconsistent periods for each player. But Ramagnoli's been solid here. Hernandez has been decent the whole way through. For Juventus, I think that Bentancur and Rugani have been the ones to really show their worth. So if we dare do so, the polling for the winner will end. And we'll put a poll up for the man of the match. Artur. And Artur just adds that control to the game rather than Locatelli's drive, so it might seem like a wise choice from Allegri, but they needed more drive like Locatelli can offer. I'm not sure that Artur is really the solution here. And I think AC Milan have probably had the better of the chances, but Giroud's been really poor up front. So man of the match. Oh, and Hernandez getting a decent ball in there, but Giroud's not running into the box. It's really frustrating from Giroud. He's had a terrible match. So it's hard to think of a standout player in this match. There's not been really one. And I mean that in the sense that no one's really stood out at all because it's not been the greatest quality match. Rebic trying to turn Bentancur there, but Bernardeschi's onto it, and Bentancur gets the ball forward. It's intercepted by Ramagnoli. Bentancur back to Florenzi, and Tonali's got some space in his own half. Gets it forward to Hernandez. They're just going at a very slow tempo at the moment. Hernandez looking to run through, and he does so with ease. Oh, puts the ball through, but no one anticipates that, and Benassa is trying to make sure it doesn't go out for a goal kick. And successfully does for the moment, but the chance is kind of gone for AC Milan. Tonali. Out to Benassa. The cross dealt with by Chiellini. And cleared away. Dybala on the ball in his own half. Tries playing out to Bernardeschi. No real options going up front. There's only McKennie, Keane and Dybala ahead of him, and he goes back to Rugani, who's deep in his own half. And Juventus defenders just keeping it between themselves now. Maybe playing down the clock. Ball forward is intercepted by Kalulu, and the ball to Ramagnoli is a poor one, but he deals with it just to draw the foul from Keane. Yellow card for the Italian international. Yeah, and it looked painful, that one on Romagnoli. And it looks like Rabiot's getting ready to come on. 89th minute, I'm not sure what that'll change. Bentancur coming off, and well, the man I thought would score, Dybala, so Kulusevski will get a couple of minutes on the pitch as well. So last substitutions there for Allegri. Ball forward here, and difficult one for Rebic to deal with. Kulusevski's on the ball instantly. Benacer sliding in, managed to get the ball brilliantly. But Juventus regained possession, and Kulusevski got space in the middle here. Up to Bernardeschi. Rabiot just skips past Benacer. Can he get the cross in? Poor ball, Tonali intercepts. And Krunic is fouled there by Sandro. Didn't look like a foul, but Krunic grabbed the ball. Referee's giving it. There's Romagnoli, who's down at the moment. I think he struggled all game, but very, very leader-like performance from him. Salamaker's trying to wriggle the ball forward, and Krunic just gets it out wide. It's 3 minutes added on. We've played a minute and a half. Krunic on the right. Brings it back to Benacer. Closed down by McKennie. Very little options as Juventus press really tightly in this final few minutes. Long ball forward from Romagnoli and goes out for a throw-in for Juventus. Basilio's throw goes to Hernandez, and Tonali tries clearing it forward. It's back into Szczesny's feet to Sandro. Into the 3rd minute of stoppage time here. 3 minutes were added on. Got another few seconds. Salamaker's running down that right hand side, trying to create one more chance. Krunic brings it back to Benacer. Trying to look for a forward pass, can only get it across field to Hernandez. Hernandez looking to drive, and he can do so. He loses the ball cheaply. Can Juventus break here? McKennie, and that one was a poor one for Keane to deal with. And Keane's ball to Bernardeschi is a terrible one. Terrible quality game. I'll say it now. Florenzi throws it to Klulu, and that is full time. Well, what can I say? It's full time here. And go over the stats a bit. So you see, nothing to separate these two teams. 0-0, no goals whatsoever. And that means AC Milan sit 3rd, same amount of points as Napoli, same amount of games. They have conceded 9 more goals and only scored 4 more. So their goal difference is unfavourable compared to Spalletti's side. Sorry. And Juventus just stay within 1 point of Atalanta, having played a game more. So Atalanta, with that game in hand, could further the gap with Juventus if they were to win. Missed chance from both teams here. AC Milan next play Inter Milan in the Milan derby, so that's a big one. If AC Milan can pick up some points, they'll close the gap to at least 1 point. Inter Milan would have 1 game in hand, so you still think that Inzaghi's team are by far the favourites to win the title as it stands. Go over a few stats. Ball possession. There were periods where it seemed like Juventus got the ball. Sorry for that interruption. You've got the ball rolling a bit more, but AC Milan were more direct. They tried getting chances, whereas Juventus didn't really look like they were trying to trouble Mania. I can't think of a shot on target. Well, here are the stats. 14 shots for AC Milan, 4 on target, whereas Juventus had 8 with 0 on target. So you can tell that it's pretty dismal. AC Milan had 5 shots off target, whereas Juventus had 6. At least AC Milan got more shots away, more on target, more were blocked shots, so there's more threat at least. And by the looks of it, big chances, 1 to AC Milan, 1 missed, none to Juventus. So I think that says a lot. Whereas the goalkeeper, Magnan, technically had no saves to make, whereas Szczesny made 4. All were relatively simple in the end, and ones that you would expect Szczesny to make, but still was the busiest of the keepers. And yeah, if you look over the players' scores that have been given here, then they'd put Bentancur as the man of the match, and I would go by that same logic as well. Romagnoli had a very, very solid performance. Great example, leader, many interceptions and very strong tackles. Rugani was just always in the right place, intercepting the ball, getting on the end of crosses, and so on and so forth. They put Szczesny also as one of the man of the matches here. I don't think he had that much to do, so hard to say. I'd have gone with Romagnoli as the man of the match for me. It seems like the most logical decision. And okay, so we've got 4 votes, and half go for Bentancur, half go for Hernandez. Well, it's an interesting choice, and not one I could disagree with, to be honest. I think it's completely legitimate to think that Hernandez could have been man of the match in this. No worries whatsoever. So yeah, that's all for tonight. Thank you for everyone who participated in the chat. Always a pleasure. And hopefully see you soon. So everyone, take care. Bye-bye.